Hey guys, welcome to the video today. In today's video, I'm going to review this Levoit LVAC-200 cordless stick vacuum. And before we begin, make sure that you're wearing the proper safety equipment and take all safety precautions. And make sure that you've read through all of the information on the packaging and any information that comes inside of the packaging before you do anything with your vacuum. Okay, so off camera, I'm going to install the battery, and when I come back, I'll turn the vacuum on and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to turn the vacuum on, and when I turn the vacuum on, it's supposed to start in eco mode. There's 3 different modes, so when I press this button will turn the vacuum on, and by the way, I installed the battery off camera. So this button will turn the vacuum on, this button here, and then this button, each time I press it, it will switch between the different modes. When I turn the vacuum on, it's supposed to start in eco mode, and then when I press this button, it should go to mid mode, and then when I press this button again, it should go to turbo mode. And then when I press this button again, it should go back to eco mode. And, you know, it uses up more battery power depending on which mode I'm using. So like mid mode should use more battery power than eco mode, and then turbo mode should use more battery power than mid mode. Okay, so I'm going to turn the vacuum on. Let's test this out. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to go to the next mode. Okay, I'm going to go to the next mode. I like the lights. The lights on the front are kind of cool. Okay, I'm going to go back to eco mode. Okay, so I'm going to turn the vacuum off. Okay, I'm going to okay, I'm going to remove the battery pack. And on this one, I got to be careful because I noticed the battery pack, there's like a friction point right here. So once it passes the friction point, it moves quickly. So anyways, I'm removing the battery. I'm going to change out the vacuum head there. I'm going to change that out for one of the attachments. So I'll test one of the attachments out. Okay, I put this attachment on here, just making sure it's secured into place. I'm going to reinstall the battery. And when I do this, I got to be careful because there is a friction on this one. When I get the battery to right here, there becomes friction. So I've got to watch my fingers. I don't know if it's like that on all the vacuums or just this one, but just be careful of your fingers. Watch for pinch points. You'll see the battery will just, when it just goes into place. See how it just kind of, once you get past that friction part, it just snaps into place. Okay, I'm going to test out this attachment now. So I'm going to turn the vacuum on. This is nice for like the areas like this where the vacuum can't, you know, reach. It can kind of get those areas clean. I like it. Okay, I'm going to turn the vacuum off. Okay, I'm going to remove the battery here. And I'm going to remove this attachment just like that. And then I'm just going to reinstall the vacuum head here. Okay, so here are the different parts and pieces that came with the vacuum. Here is the paperwork, and then this is the wall mount and the hardware for the wall mount. I don't plan to use those, but they did include them. Here's the charger. Here's the battery. And then here are the different attachments that they included. And this is the box that the vacuum came in. So there is some assembly required. Okay, so here is my review of the Levoit LVAC-200 cordless stick vacuum. I think that the vacuum was easy to assemble, and I like the look of the vacuum, and I like the size of the vacuum. I like that the vacuum has 3 different modes. It has eco mode, it has mid mode, and it has turbo mode. I thought for what I was vacuuming in the video here, just the floor in this area here, I thought that the eco mode was plenty powerful. And then there are other modes in the future if I need to use them, just depending on what I'm vacuuming. This vacuum comes with multiple filters. It has 2 pre-motor filters. It has 1 post-motor filter, and then it also has a metal filter inside of the dust bin. So I like that this vacuum has multiple filters. I also like that the vacuum comes with 2 different attachments, and each of those attachments is a 2-in-1 attachment. So I like that the vacuum came with the 2 different attachments. Overall, I really like this vacuum. Something to keep in mind is the runtime. So depending on your vacuuming needs, and it talks about runtime depending on which mode you're using, and whether you're using the vacuum head or one of the attachments. But that's something to keep in mind, like, is if this vacuum is going to support your needs for vacuuming, just depending on how much vacuuming you do. For me, though, the run times that it talks about in the user manual for my vacuuming needs, I think is going to be plenty. So overall, I'm really happy with this vacuum. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.